Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria,
And I'm Rosetta.
and
Hi.
as you can tell, we're remote. We're together, but not together. We want to let you know that if you're looking for a conscious environment where you can share your opinions and talk to conscious women about what's going on in the world, we're your girls.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. And we have a packed chat today. So we're going to get going and we're going to talk about the tea that we're drinking. So my tea today is called Dandelion Dark Roast Organic by a company called Teeccino. So there you have it. There it is. And it's a herbal tea, and it's hard to describe what dandelion tastes of unless you try it yourself. But it is really healthy. It's all organic, and it says, let me see, it's chicory root, dandelion root. There's let's see what else. Oh my God, it's so small I can barely read it. But anyway, this is what it is, and it'll be in the comments below if anybody wants to try it out. All right, I have it brewed. I'm gonna cheers to you,
Cheers to you.
and then you can tell people what you're drinking.
I'm drinking one of our favorites, and it's called Sweet and Spicy. It's
Love it.
by a company called Good Earth. If you go to a local restaurant called Hobie's, that's what the tea smells like. The ingredients, everything's organic. So it is rooibos, chicory root. Look at us being the same. Rose hip, lemongrass, chamomile, castor oil, peppermint, orange oil, ginger root, honey bush, and orange peel.
Love that one.
Yes, we also love the fact that it comes with a little saying, and it says, look forward with hope, not, what is this? Oh, not backward with regret. Look forward with hope, not backward with regret. It's been steeping. I wish we had smell vision so I could let you smell it. It's amazing. Cheers.
Yes, we've had it so many times and I love it.
Mm. All right, so let's get our party started. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the universe because we're always looking to uplift the consciousness of the planet. This is for humans, animals, entities that are flying around in space, everyone. And we want to do it in a space of love because Rosetta and I believe if you lead with love, everything will be good for everyone. So today is National Bartender Day, and that is always the first Friday in December. So I guess that means we should go somewhere and have a cocktail. It is National BACK Friday, and it is always the Friday after Black Friday, which is one of the biggest shopping days in the world. Everybody likes to go shopping after Thanksgiving, kind of walk off that Thanksgiving meal. What do you have, Rosetta?
I have a National Sasha Torte Day, and if
Mhm.
anybody knows, it is a unique type of chocolate cake, and it's made with a chocolate sponge covered with chocolate glaze and an interior layer of apricot jam, either under the glaze or in the middle of two sponge layers.
Yum.
Yes, it
Yes.
is delicious.
Yes.
So that's what I have. Oh, I also have Faux Fur Friday.
I know.
Yes.
I think that's really cute. Both are.
Yeah.
Even though if you're in New York and you have a faux fur, you will be full cold. You have to have real material because the wind just pierces right through it. Because I took California clothing to New York, almost froze to death.
Wow.
Oh, right. And the birthdays?
And the birthdays we have today are a few. Number one is Walt Disney. Everybody knows who Walt Disney is, co-founder of the Walt Disney Company. And we also have Margaret Cho, who's a comedian from San Francisco. Little Richard, American singer, songwriter, and pianist. Some of his songs are Elvis. He said, Elvis may have been the king of rock and roll, but I'm the queen.
That's
And
right.
some of his songs are Tutti Frutti, Good Golly Miss Molly, Let's Twist Again, Johnny Be Good. Those are some of his famous ones that you may have heard of. And
Yes.
those are just some of the people who have birthdays today.
All right. So, we are always looking for ways to help our children to be better adults. As many of you know, last week we learned that the what is that?
The frontal.
The frontal fortal is, we always thought at 25 it was developed. Children are adults, they can make adult decisions. We found out it's 30. So that led me to look around. It's like, where are places where our children can get some help? And I found it's called Camp Kesem. And Kesem in Hebrew means magic. This is a special place for children that have lost their parents to cancer or someone significant in their life to cancer. The camp's been around for 25 years. It served more than 90,000 children. Parents have shared that once their children return from their camp experience, that they changed. They came back with more joy. In the current times, we need more resources for our children, and this camp is run by Jay Stidwell. He's the CEO, and Iris Rave Weed King is one of the founders of this camp. She started it in 2000 with a group of students at Stanford University. They founded the first chapter to provide free summer camp for children whose parents had or have, they actually had it in progress or they had cancer. The organization has since grown into a national network with chapters at many college campuses across the United States. This is amazing because these are young people who are going to school to receive education, reaching out to help children who are experiencing great loss. So we want to acknowledge that, Jay and Iris, this is a fabulous thing that you're doing, and thank you very much. We'll put the link down below just so that you all will know a little bit more about this organization.
Wonderful. I love that you shared that.
Yes. It's very interesting times, especially now we're going into the season of the holidays. Not to be remiss because we didn't meet last week. We hope you all had a fabulous Thanksgiving. Whatever you did with family and loved ones, we hope it was special. As you know, right after Thanksgiving, we go into the holiday season. So everybody's shopping. A lot of people are shopping online. And when you do online shopping, you have to worry about delivery. How long is it going to take to get me? Will it meet my commitment? Well, Walmart has something new to offer, right, Rosetta?
Yes, Walmart is now along with other companies going to start, or they have started this past Wednesday, 2 days ago, drone delivery. Now,
Wow.
you would think drone delivery. Now, how do they actually deliver such large quantities of groceries? And that's probably what you're asking. And that's exactly what I was asking. And the answer to that is that even though they're doing drone deliveries, the packages can only be up to 2.5 pounds. So that's not a lot of groceries, but they're trying to be in competition with, like, try to be along the same lines as other companies. Like I said, they just started and they are in Atlanta. And then next, they're going to open out to Houston, Charlotte, Tampa, then Orlando. And they actually have an app where you can track and it shows you everything with the countdown and where it is. So you can use your app to do that. Other companies now that already have this existing in place is Amazon Now, ultra fast delivery in 30 minutes or less, Uber Eats using robots for food delivery, and DoorDash also experimenting with drones. So don't be surprised if you see other companies popping up trying to get in to be competitive, right? Because everyone's trying to get customers to use their products and their apps and to get more customers. So Walmart, I actually like this, but we'll have to see because £2.5 is not that much for grocery
Tiny,
shopping.
tiny.
Yes. Yes. So that's what it is. Very good, Walmart. Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out. And if we hear any information about how it's going, we will share that with you all.
Yes.
So, everywhere you look, I don't know about you all, but I see people that I've been looking at for years, and all of a sudden they look thin. And initially, my brain isn't, wow, they look good, they look healthy, they look thin. And we know that television puts 5, 10 pounds on a person. So if they look skinny, what must they look like in person? We all know about the GLP-1 shots and all of that. Now they have weight loss for pets.
Can you believe it? They
No,
yes, they do. They have loss, the same thing, but for pets. And there's a company in San Francisco who started this, and they're called Okava. And Okava's mission is to their mission is to help. Well, what they're doing is they're trying to get the same GLP-1 drug for cats with obesity. Now, I didn't quite understand this, but what they're trying to do is a small implant that releases medication for up to 6 months and results hopefully by next summer of 2026. Then they want to start a larger clinical trial with hopes of FDA approval within 2 years. Now, if all works out well, this could be a game changer for not only cats, but dogs as well. And the study shows that 60% of cats and dogs are obese, and over 100,000 of them have diabetes, which is,
come on now. Can you believe this? Come on.
well, we do have a lot of pets that are overweight because their owners like to feed them a lot because they feel bad for the cats and dogs that are meowing or barking for food and they give
Take
in.
them for a walk. That's what they want. They want to get outside and run.
My only question is now, when people as humans are taking GLP-1 or equivalent, like Wegovia, Ozempic,
Right.
now we have voices. So if there are side effects, we can actually voice these side effects. Now, what do cats and dogs do with these when they have side effects? How will humans know about these side effects? That's
Yeah.
my big $64 million question.
Yeah. I mean, if say you have a very active pet and all of a sudden, they're like, meow, and they barely can lift their head, you'll notice something's wrong, but it's not like the pet can say, I don't want this. This doesn't feel good. So I think, like you said, the $64 million question is who's done the research to know what the side effects could be for a pet so that they tell you up front, this is what you should look for. If you have an active pet and they become stationary, something's wrong. If your pet is scratching, itching all the time, something's wrong. But they shouldn't just throw it out there with no, this is the consequences of this particular medication.
So we'll have to see because this pilot program is going to be the trial is going to be for a while. So we're not going to get really results until next summer of 2026.
Okay.
So we'll
We'll have
keep
to
an eye out
remember.
for this, and I'd like to find out some more information once it becomes available.
Yes, I agree. Keep an eye out. So there's a television show that I really like, and it's called A Brilliant Mind, and it's about a doctor, and he is brilliant, and uh, um, it's like he has ADHD. However, instead of it being perceived as being negative, because he's so hyperactive and his mind is always doing things, and his home where he lives, he has piles of papers and he's got 100 things going all concurrently. So the last show that they televised, you every week somebody has an experience where they want to be helped, and this week, there was sort of like a person came to visit him, and it was Eric Dane in the character of a ex-fireman that had ALS. Now you're watching the show, and they say things like, "Well, how can we help you?" And do you want to go to an assisted living place, or a place where you can have rehab and all of that. And his wife, the character of his wife, they're divorced. And she's like, no, you're going to come home with me and I'm going to take care of you. And his daughter, we will take care of you, Dad. And he's like, no, no, I don't want to be a burden and all of that. While you're watching this, all of a sudden you realize this is probably his real life. You know, he says at one point, um, yesterday I could move my arm more than I can today. So I know eventually I will lose the feel and the momentum and the use of my arm. ALS is not a kind condition because the mind still knows what it wants to do, yet that mind to body connection, it starts to dissipate. And so the body doesn't perform the way that it should. It was riveting. If you're interested in the topic of ALS, or learning about a doctor whose mom loved him enough to support him with ADHD to grow into a brilliant doctor, not just a doctor. He's very, very bright. And he surrounds himself with young people who are bright. But Eric, I mean, they may call that acting, but it felt so real. And if you were just acting, you deserve an Emmy, because I felt your experience through watching the
Well, I think
show.
he's the best person to have played that role because it
Yes.
just fits him like a glove. And I have to watch that. So I have not
Yeah.
watched it.
Yes, it's pretty amazing. So that is something that we would recommend for you all to see. And the brilliant mind doctor himself, um, they're doing something new with some of these shows where people are coming back out of their passes that they feel they've been wronged. And so there's a little bit of torture to the main character, the doctor himself. However, it just goes to show you that I remember someone said to me, feelings buried alive never die. And I thought that's something to remember. And that's kind of how you feel with this. So it's not just a doc and a patient. You get to see the interaction of everyone and how people collaborate together to do good for people who need those services. So please check it out and let us know what you think. So I was watching, what was that? Jimmy Kimmel, and I saw Miley Cyrus. She had some great news to share. You remember,
Yes, she
Rosetta?
did. Miley Cyrus is on a roll right now because in November she celebrated her birthday, 33rd birthday. She's so young still, so
Yes,
young.
yes,
Then she went on a roll and she is actually the singing the theme song which she wrote for the new Avatar movie, Fire and
and
Ash, and it's
Ash.
called Dream as One. And
Yes,
her 33rd birthday was followed by the huge night at the world premiere. So
yes,
she sung there, and it was amazing to see. If you've not seen her, you can go online and do some Googling, and you'll probably have to find her singing at the world premiere. But the
right.
song is amazing. I can't wait to watch this Fire and Ash. And not
Yes,
only did that happen to her, but shortly after that, she got engaged. She got
yes,
engaged to her longtime boyfriend, Max Morando, who's a
yes,
musician, and her ring is a single cushion cut. Like if you look at it, it's a really thick band, and I love that because I've always loved rings with thick bands with
yes.
one stone in the middle, and it's estimated at 450,000 around that price range. But take
Wow.
a look at it because it is gorgeous, and it was customized by Jacques. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Is it Archie or Arche? And he also designed the ring for Dua Lipa, the singer.
Yes,
So congratulations,
yes,
Miley
congratulations.
Cyrus,
Yes,
Miley Cyrus, for all the things happening in your life now and for this amazing song, Getting Engaged, and just turning 33.
Yes.
Congratulations, Miley.
Congratulations. Many, many more years of happiness. And I love the fact that it's a musician and hopefully they'll have the synergy of understanding what each other needs. So I hope that's going to work out really, really well. So, how you like the weather outside where you're at? The weather has been unprecedented. We live here in the Bay Area and the Northern California propers. The weather here is normally, our nickname is Sunny California. Hmm. We've had deep fog that's lasted all day. We've had wind. We've had chill. This morning, it was 39 degrees. That's only 7 degrees before freezing snow. That would not be pretty. I would be calling people saying we're going to have to reschedule because I'm not going to get on the road because our citizens have a hard time driving in the rain. Black ice and snow, that would not be good. And on the same stance, I'm very grateful because this what is it called? It's called an Arctic blast. And this Arctic blast came down from Canada through Alaska, and it has caused, I mean, unprecedented cold weather. We had semiconductor trucks flip. We've had people, you know how normally it's like a tender bender? We've had major accidents throughout the mid to east coast. Um, Minneapolis, Chicago, New York, Pittsburgh's, they are already fielding colder than normal temperatures. So, like, say the temperature is 31 degrees, it feels like minus 15. In Chicago, it's like I think they said it was like 13 degrees, and yet that feels like -5. So the wind chill factor is what changes it from the actual degrees to what it feels like. They're all going through cold. Apparently, it hasn't hit Florida. Florida is in the 70s, so they're doing good, but the rest of us are kind of cool. Next week, we have a second Arctic blast. So once again, global warming is real. And I had a little aha moment and I thought to myself, self, we're always looking at the planets getting hotter. Rosetta and I are always trying to give you all different things to help you understand what we can do as citizens. And then I thought to myself, every time we turn around, rocket ships are going up into the atmosphere and they're dropping off satellites. I wonder what it looks like up above where we can see. Is it just chaos up there everywhere? Could that be messing with the natural gravitational pull of the planets? Could it be affecting, it's like a garbage can spiraling around up there? Who's the gatekeeper of what's being disposed of in space? So every time the weather shifts down below, we should all be asking ourselves, what's going on universally? What is this happening that it's so cold? I mean, people in New York, they're used to cold. They're accustomed to it, and even they're complaining that this is the coldest it's been, and it's early. They still have the,
I cannot imagine. I hate the cold weather. I can't even imagine actually how cold it is in New York.
yeah, and
So
Chicago.
yes, and we've always talked about like how can we be more responsible and take accountability for what's happening with the weather because it's all to do
Yeah,
with global warming, even if you believe it or not, because
right.
you can actually physically feel it for yourself in the weather and how every year is different. We never know from month to month, year to year, what's going to happen to the weather nowadays. So
Yes,
we like to talk about things that we can do to take responsibility and how we can move forward with helping our
yes,
planet. So in
yes,
future chats, we will continue that, and we've done that in the past. But in the
yes,
future, we're going to talk about how we can take responsibility and do things right
yeah,
now, every day to help.
yes. And we always tell everyone, we don't care who you vote for. It's an individual choice. Just vote for people who are consciously going to help the planet, because this is it. This is our home. If it blows up, we're done. It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire, you'll be a dead billionaire. So, how about we use some of the resources that we have to stabilize the planet? Because I believe in my heart, all of this can be fixed. We just have to rate life on the planet higher than money in the bank. Just a thought. Thank you for hanging out with us. We had a wonderful conversation, and you notice we get to chat about many different things. So if there's ever anything you want us to talk about, let us know. Now we're going to share with you a segment that we call Events Around the Bay.
Yes, events around the Bay. There's so many. I could not possibly list all of them. So I'm going to do the top events. Number one, Let's Glow San Francisco. And it's a huge holiday projection arts fest. Opening night celebration is tonight. And it
Hmm.
starts at 5:30 in the San Francisco Financial District for all ages, and it runs for 10 nights from the 5th to the 14th. Experience breathtaking animated projections illuminating 8 icon buildings across the city's core, transforming them into colossal, colorful canvases featuring works by 19 artists from around the globe. Event details below in the link. Next, we have South First Friday's Art Walk in San Jose. Tonight, Friday, starts at 5 p.m. in the Sofa District, First Street and William Street, and the details are below. Then we have 37th Annual Sunnyvale Holiday Craft Fair with 60 local vendors, December the 6th to the 7th, which is this weekend, and it is at Fremont High School in Sunnyvale. Details below. Now we have Sunnyvale Holiday Market and 26th Annual Tree Lighting Event. And this is Saturday, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Redwood Square. And this is on Murphy Avenue, which is downtown Sunnyvale. And the details are below. Next, we have Winter Festival Marketplace in Palo Alto. And it is tonight, Friday, December the 5th it's already started. It's 10 a.m. And it is Gamble Garden, and it is at Weaverly Street. The cost is $10. Get ready for the holidays at the Winter Festival Marketplace. Enjoy free coffee and one-stop shop for holiday gifts, greenery, and decor in the festive Gamble Garden atmosphere. Event details below. Next, we have Holiday Pop-Up Boutique by Santa Clara Valley Quilt Association. It's in Campbell, and all the details are below. Then we have Carol of Lights celebration in downtown Campbell. This is tomorrow, 4 to 7 p.m. And the event is free, features Santa, petting zoo, donkey rides, bounce house, craft tables, face painting, carolers and music, free festival snacks, community performances, and much more. Event details below. Next, we have Photos with Santa at Fremont Main Library, Saturday, 10:30 to 12:30. And your kids can enjoy fun holiday activities, crafts, and games. Just to let you know, Santa visit times are limited. So a number ticket is required to take place with him. Tickets are free and will be handed out at the library. And it says late arrivals will be placed in the standby line. Next, we have Holiday Magic Laser Light Show, San Jose Market Street at the Dome on the IMAX Theater, December the 6th to the 2nd, and details below. So those are some of the events happening around the Bay.
All right. We also have an event, and it is happening right here in the location that I'm in. I don't know why it's doing that. So I'm going to move over and see because it
There it
shifted.
is, Holiday
There
Happiness
we go.
Pop-Up Shop.
Yes. And it's going to be located at 3310 Woodard Avenue in Santa Clara, California. If you're looking for unique gifts, there will be numerous vendors. Of course, there'll be some wine, there'll be some food, There'll be some sodas, there'll be some water, there will be all kinds of
Kinds
fun
of nice,
activities.
unique gifts and treats.
Yes, and DIY, learn how to do some creative things for the holidays. I love it. I've seen people who are, instead of running to the malls, are going to Hobby Lobby and Michael's and buying things and going back to the way Christmas used to be, where you made presents for your loved ones,
I
not
love
just
that.
buying stuff. So I too, I love that. So if you're looking for something, it's from 5 to 8:30 p.m. on Thursday, December 11th. We would love for you to come by and say hi. We'll be here. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It has been a pleasure to share some information with you today. We want you to know that we're grateful for your time. Because it's the end of the year, our chats will be a little bit more spread out. We skipped the week of Thanksgiving and we're going to skip next week, but then we'll be back so that we'll have a chance to say happy holidays to you all before Christmas. We want you to know that we feel the love in our rooms and we send it back to you all, bubbling, bubbling over.
Thank you so much. Yes. And we just want to say that if you really liked our chats, which we hope you do, that you'll consider hitting that thumb icon. Don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification so you
Ding,
don't
ding,
miss
ding,
any
ding.
of our chats. We are
Yes.
Silicon Valley Girls, chat over tea. And
And remember
remember to
to
always
always keep
keep
smiling.
smiling. Take care now.
Bye.
Bye bye.